I watched a very different film in Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh yeah.
I watched Mel Gibson's 2004 film, The Passion of the Christ. Other than
Oh Sweet Jesus.
Oh Sweet Jesus. Other than Star Wars, the most successful independent film ever made.
Wow.
And also by far the highest grossing foreign film ever made. The entire film is in,
it's in
Arabic, is it? Yeah.
Oh, Arabic and ancient Hebrew, isn't it?
Ancient Hebrew,
yeah.
This tells the story of Jesus being crucified. It's all about the last 12 hours of his life. And that's it, really. You begin the film with him being found out and taken to like a high court kind of thing.
Pontius Pilate.
Yep. Not played by David Bowie, unfortunately.
Oh, damn it.
This film doesn't have the brilliant line that the recent Christian epic Son of God had, which is, why are you always doubting Thomas?
Why always doubting Thomas?
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't have anything as funny as that. This is a very, very serious, dour film.
It looks it.
Yes. Oof, where do you begin with this?
I've never seen it.
So, this film, made on a budget of 30 million... 330 million.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge, mainly in America. I don't think it translated anywhere else to big budget.
No.
I mean, not big budget, obviously, big box office. This is probably one of the most violent, horrible films ever made.
Jesus.
Now, you see, this film, people in two camps, either it's horrible, 1 out of 10, or it's 10 out of 10 masterpiece, is what everyone says. Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 4. I think that the middle, it's like most things, it's somewhere in the middle. The film's incredibly well made and everything. It looks stunning. The music's pretty good. The acting throughout is pretty good. Jim Caviezel seems insanely dedicated.
It'd have to be that kind of film, wouldn't
You should hear about the stories though. Like, there's a scene where they get whipped, and apparently twice he was actually whipped by accident. And what they did was, they just CGI'd over his normal, like CGI'd over the cuts, and when it hit him, it's all like his real cuts.
Oh god! And
when they put the cross on him, he had shoulder separation, so both his shoulders came out of and like basically like all his like shoulders would have gone, and he was also struck by lightning.
Ironic, oh god!
Yeah, well, he was struck by lightning while delivering the Sermon from the Mount. Apparently.
Oh god!
Yeah. This film is weird because it's well made and everything. You can't really fault it for any of those kind of things.
No.
But it's just pointless.
Well, yeah. Well,
all it shows is him getting tortured.
It's just like a snuff film.
Yes. As I said, the first hour is really good, I think, because it just delves into the political ramifications of like mob rule and like false deities and stuff, that kind of thing. So no one. Obviously, the people high up don't want him to keep going because he's a danger to that. So that kind of stuff's interesting, political and stuff. But then I think it's exactly at the hour mark. He gets whipped for 10 minutes, and that's literally all that happens for 10 minutes. That's
But there's no from sound of itself. There's no substance there. Oh yeah, I guess Jesus was horribly tortured.
It's just a physical representation of that. But this is the thing. It's like it's really weird.
The thing is, like, I don't understand. Like, well, what audiences want to sit through that? Besides if you're like like you said, hardcore Christian. But like, I know even like some hardcore Christians, it'd be too much.
Yeah.
Like if you believe in Christianity, it's not like the fact that Jesus was tortured and horribly beaten up and brutalised and made crucified. It's the fact that Jesus died for like your sins. That's kind of the idea. So it's but I don't really see who it appeals to. Besides some like hardcore Bible bashers, like, oh, this is what the Lord went through to save us all, and kind of like the kind of film The Preacher in like There'll Be Blood and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just appeals to that kind of insane Christian.
Yeah.
As I say, it's a weird film though, because it's so well made and everything, and so much effort went into it. It's just really weird that it came up to nothing.
How would you give it out of 10?
This is what I mean, it's pretty much impossible to judge. There's no problems with the film at all, apart from the fact that it has no point or substance to it.
Well, that's quite damning.
But this is the thing, like, how do you rank films and stuff? There are loads.
But
of,
you can have like a turd. Yeah. It can be a polished turd and look nice, but end of the day,
yeah,
it's still a turd.
I don't even understand. I think like what did I'm assuming Mel Gibson wanted nothing more than just so people understand. He's insane as well.
Oh yeah.
I reckon he was like, everyone's ignoring God. I better remind them of what he went through.
Yeah.
He's the one who puts the nail through.
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, it's his hand.
Oh god.
This is like an insane.
That's a bit megalomaniacal, isn't it?
Well, I read a partial interview saying it was me who put him there, so it was only right that I put the nail through him. Yeah, it was his sins.
His sins.
I reckon that everyone knows now that Mel Gibson is insane.
Oh yeah. No.
Like an anti-Semitic, sexist, drunk
weirdo.
Yeah, I reckon this was a genuine, heartfelt attempt to like do something good before he died.
Oh, maybe it's a little bit like D.W. Griffith and Intolerance. Like after he made Birth of a Nation and offended pretty much everybody, he made Intolerance as a.
Well, this film was before all of the recent stuff, though. This was when he was at like the height of his like power.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff only happened relatively recently. 2004 was when he came off of like What Women Want and stuff, when he was a massive star. And Chicken Run and stuff.
Oh yeah, of course he was in Chicken Run, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah,
he was a huge star, and like people thought he'd wrecked his career by making an insane vanity project, and it turned out it made him a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Like he kept about, because it's an independent production, apparently he gave $100 million of the money from the film to fundamental Christian organisations.
Oh, okay.
But it's just insane. Like, you can't imagine this kind of passion project getting made now, especially one as insane as this.
No.
This film and all was famous
except for Noah.
Noah.
But like Noah's obviously nowhere near as like extreme as the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, it's just horrible. Just like a whole hour of it is just him being tortured and like there's a bit where like they whip him with something that takes his skin off, and they actually do a close up of it. And yeah, it's a fairly. If you are a Christian who wants to know how he suffered in a realistic way, there is probably no film better made.
You get to see your Lord horribly tortured and burned and brutalised in the most violentest of glories.
Yes.
Yeah. That's I can't understand that.
No, what's annoying at all, and I think the best Christian or religious stories have some ambiguity to it.
Oh yeah, like Noah.
Noah's a good example.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? The ambiguities in that film.
Well, it's up to you to decide whether Noah is actually talking to God or is just like a raving lunatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit ambiguous.
And in this film, it's ambiguous up until the end, where he makes the church fall in, and he commands a crow to peck a guy's eyes out who's on the cross next to him.
So does it end with his reresurrection? Oh.
I turned it off, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
About 5 minutes from the end, I just couldn't be bothered anymore.
Oh, fair enough.
The film it's not as difficult to watch as I thought it was, because there's no emotional stakes.
Oh yeah. I
don't really care. I'm an atheist, so now everyone in the comment section can say, oh, that's why you don't like the film.
Well, I'm an agnostic.
Oh yeah.
I fall somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian though. So
no.
I don't hold any qualms.
No. There is actually a funny comment I read on a review of this film, and it said, and it was a writer, and I can't remember what the writer was. He gave it 0 out of 10 and said it was trash and horrible. And then the person in the comment section was, the reason you hate this film is because you are Jewish. And you Jews have never forgiven yourselves for punishing Jesus like this.
Oh my god.
And there's a lot of that kind of thing in the defence of this film.
Yeah, because I've heard quite a lot of films quite anti-Semitic.
I didn't find it anti-Semitic because ultimately it is the Jews are the ones that put him on the cross.
Yeah.
But in the crowd scenes, Mel Gibson makes the attempt to show Jews reacting like, "Oh no, don't! This is awful" and stuff. So it's not. It's fair. There were people on both sides. I think people are only looking at that after the comments he's made afterwards.
Oh yeah.
So people are reading into it with both. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an anti-Semite, but I don't think the film is.
Okay.
But as I say, it's just worthless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, who, even if you were a Christian, you'd have to be the kind of hell and brimstone kind of one,
Yeah.
not the sort of loving.
Like, cool. Jesus died for our sins.
Yeah, remember him? This is also famous for, it's rated R
Oh yeah.
in America. So people took like 5-year-old kids to see it, and they would like, yeah, and stuff like that. Because they wanted their kids to know why,
Oh my God.
about Jesus' suffering and stuff. It was really well known that at the time.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, this, I can't imagine this film appealing to anyone, but this is why it's so weird that it made so much money.
Well, because I think people would have gone. I think Christians would have gone just to say that we've seen the film, and then maybe people just to see like how far he was going to go with it.
Yeah.
Like it's quite rare that you see such a big, huge, violent film on such a scale to such a large audience. It's quite rare that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like watching Only God Forgives on 3,000 screens. I don't know.
Yeah. Even God Forgives isn't anywhere near as violent as this.
No, it's not. No.
This film is just horrible sadism.
Yeah.
And like when he after he gets whipped, his whole body is nothing but like cuts. He looks like a bloody sausage. And then it's just, oh my, you need to watch it.
I do actually want to watch. It's a film I've actually always wanted to watch.
I wanted to watch it, and then I read something about it and thought, oh, it's on Netflix, I'll give it a go.
Give it a watch, yeah.
But oh god, I wouldn't recommend. It's not a good film.
No.
As I say, but it is a good film in a way that is so well made. It looks great. Like the cinematography is really, really good in it. But they're just like
That's
there's
the thing,
no
though.
substance.
That's the thing though. Braveheart's got good cinematography.
Never seen
It's a
Braveheart.
piece of shit.
What else am I gonna say? The problem is, and all, that a better version of this film's already been made, which is Martin
Temptation of
Scorsese's
Christ.
last year. Because that film has got ambiguities, and Jesus in that film is a real character.
Yeah.
As in, like, he's full of, like, foibles, and he's actually tempted at the end.
Doubt.
Yes, he's full of doubt. Like, at the beginning of that, he's making crosses for the Romans and stuff. And the whole film is about his temptation and stuff. It's not just about him getting tortured. That's only, like, a very small... Spoilers for the film.
Spoilers for the Bible.
Spoilers for the Bible. At the end, he does get crucified.
But it's okay. He gets resurrected.
Yes. What? Yes. Passion of Christ. 1 for most people. 10 for a tiny, tiny amount of...
But what would you personally give it?
Well, I also give it a 1. It's worthless.
Okay.
It's not even...
So
I don't know, actually. No, I would give it a 4.
A 4.
Because the first hour is legitimately quite good.
Okay.
And has appeal for people who are interested, I suppose, in that kind of era and stuff. Because there's no violence in it. It's just about the politics and stuff. It's quite involving.
Okay.
But then, basically watch it up until they start whipping Jesus.
Whipping Jesus.
And then it isn't worth watching anymore.